Welcome back to Pigeon Studios. This is week 6 of building Bracca. Let's get straight into it. Up first this week, I added some details to the engine. It's already about 95% complete. I've got to add a few details throughout it, but I started off with a bit of greebling at the bottom of the engine using parts such as handlebars, ski pieces, ingots, grills, hollow studs. I also added it to the top of the engine, as you can see here. Overall, I'm quite happy with the greebling. Pretty basic techniques. I've also added the circle part to the end of the engine. If you saw the first few weeks, it was already on here, but it's been taken off because I keep knocking off. But that's back on there. A few things I also wanted to adjust in the mod. Yes, this is minifigure scale, but I'm not building the entire Venator. Secondly, I haven't spent any additional money on this, I've only used spare parts. This is a sketch I've drawn for this week's episode. I started with showing how I'm going to add a layer of greebling above the first hangar level, which will then separate the top two. I also want to kind of show all the different angles and sides I'm going to be building, and overall plan out the major design features that I want in the mark, whether that's pipes, doors, craters, anything like that. Alright, this is all the progress for this week. Sorry I didn't show the steps in between, I was just busy building. So the main point of this build was to showcase Cad Bane versus Hunter with the Justify in the background, and I'm quite happy with that final look. I built the back wall with the kind of traditional Star Wars lights with a bit of depth coming out with those parts with the cheese slopes. The right side of the hangar is also left open, which allows you to see more into the mark. Currently you'll see that the back of the engine is still exposed, but hopefully when I build the second floor that'll be covered up. I also came up with a Clone Wars style door. I'll link a tutorial down below. Other than that, I'll come up with a few crate designs, as well as debris from the wall falling down, as well as craters, which are used for a bit of added detail, but also to save parts, which I'll explain a bit more at the end of the video. To start this section, I just build a foundation with one level bricks and then plate on top, and then the tiles. To then build up the height, I started with the pillars, which are the shield generators for the hangar. Now these ones at the front are quite a bit thicker, they're 6 studs, whereas the ones heading towards the back are a little bit more thin and they're almost set into the walls. I'm quite happy with how the ones at the back look, because they give the mock a sense of scale and kind of those large angular metal kind of areas make the mock look more detailed. One other thing that I may have a challenge with is adding a second level because of the shelves in my room. Now, I don't think it will be much of an issue. Other details that I added to the right wall were this massive AC kind of vent, along with some piping with a bigger pipe and then a smaller pipe that connects into that. As well as that, I added a kind of drainage and a bit more pipage area as well. I also came across a problem connecting the pillars to the right side of wall. I have no idea why there is a gap there, but it just seems to be the case. Overall, my parts collection doesn't look too bad. I think for the second level, I'm going to have to switch to dark grey bricks on their side. I'll show you that next week. Useful technique that I've found is when you're laying a large area of tiles, if you ever have a ship, just leave the outline of the ship without tiles, which means you can save yourself a ton. I also did this with the debris from the roofs. I left no tiles underneath there. It can save you an easy 10-15 bucks on tiles. So techniques like that can really help you build bigger mocks than you might think you can. Sadly, that's all I've got time for this week. I'll be building the second floor next week, and hopefully I'll get that completely done. And then I'm planning on filming the finale after that. So 8 weeks in total, but I will aim for the finale to be 1 week after week 7. So hopefully complete the mock in about 3 weeks. End of February is my timeline. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next week. See ya.